Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Branding Bootcamp. Can you believe this is week 3? Time goes by fast. And here's what I'd like to encourage everybody watching. If you have an idea, don't act. Do it immediately. Grab yourself some notes. You have all of the expertise and the knowledge and the experience to really just act quickly. We're in a day and time where you really have to act quickly. You cannot tap dance, analyze, all of those things. And that's kind of what I'm going to talk about tonight. So welcome, Branding Bootcamp. This week is Second Wind. Second Wind is what we're talking about. The first week, okay, we went through all of some basics about digital marketing and branding. Last week, we went through the Queen's Code. This week, we're going to pick up some steam and really talk about how to take action on what you have learned so far. How to take action on what you have learned so far. Theresa Campbell, if you're watching on Facebook, this is exclusive to Power for Women Entrepreneurs on Facebook. It is a private group dedicated to women entrepreneurs, business owners, corporate moonlighters, and everybody in between. And I'm also streaming on YouTube. So welcome. Happy Monday. Hope you're having a great start to your week, a powerful start to your week. Write your goals down. Make it plain. Write it down. Make it plain. That's what you achieve. You achieve what you write down. Okay. So this week is about second wind. What is the second wind? I consulted the Oracle. I call Google the Oracle. So, excuse me, a second wind is a feeling of new energy that allows you to continue to do something after you have begun to feel tired. A second wind is a feeling of new energy that allows you to continue to do, to act, to be something after you had begun to feel tired. So you guys have heard me talk about my running and my marathon times and all of those stuff. And it is so true, this notion of a second wind. You can be running, tired as all get out. And if you run a full marathon, there is definitely something that happens around the 18th, 19th mile. And you feel like you're going to die. You literally feel like, somebody will have to scoop you or scrape you up off of the pavement. And if you keep going, you get this new sense of energy. You literally feel it in your body. And one of the coaches that I had when I was training for the LA Marathon years ago, I need to schedule for another one, but he said, when you get really tired, just put one foot in front of the other. Look at your feet if you have to, because what you look at, what you focus on, that's where you go. So same when you're driving a car, right? You drive in the direction that you're looking. The wheel turns in the direction that you're looking. Same thing when you're running a marathon. So you're running, the coach says, you get super tired, just look at your feet and focus on one in front of the other. And from about mile 15 to 20, that's 5 miles, mind you. From about mile 15 to 20, that's all I could do was just one foot in front of the other. And it's such a scientific thing that this marathon I ran anyway, LA Marathon, at about mile 18, between 18 and 19, they have all of these stations, like medical stations, water stations. It's a scientific thing. And people are just laid out on the sidewalk. If you are not prepared, it really does a number on your psyche. So you make it to 19th mile, like hundreds of people are just giving up, falling out, moaning, groaning, giving up. The tents are filled with people moaning and groaning and giving up. And the coach had prepared me. And he said, you're going to see a lot of people out, giving up. Get some medicine if you have to for your legs. And my legs did cramp up. That's where I learned about liquid aspirin. Put it on and keep running. Luckily, my running mates were there, got the medicine, and we went right back to it. And I did not stop. And I finished the LA marathon then at that time at 5.5 hours. So that was, I didn't think it was a good time at that time. Now I realize it was a halfway decent time. So saying all that to say, after the night, now keep in mind, I already had run 19 miles. So you still have six to go. And so you really do receive this like second win, like, come on, you made it through the worst part of it. Surely you can make it. And that's what this week is about. You are tired. You're doing the same thing over and over. You're frustrated with your ability to get things done. You're procrastinating. You tell yourself, you wake up, you're not going to procrastinate, and you do the same thing over again. You're feeling guilty. You're feeling like, gosh, I should be able to do this, but I'm not. You know, you're seeing other people move ahead and do things that you want to do and you can't. Or you feel as though it's not that you can't, you can. You feel as though you can't. You feel like you don't have enough money, you don't have enough, you don't have a big enough team, you don't have enough time, you have family responsibilities, work responsibilities, financial responsibilities, and you feel like, you know, if I just had fill in the blank, XYZ, I could really do this. And let me tell you, sis, queen, woman entrepreneur, boss lady, boss, that is never the case. It's never the case that you don't have what you need. You have all that you need. It is a matter of what's going on between your ears, your heart, your soul. What do you really want? Because we get what we really want. Whatever our why is, what happens through me, whatever that is that's happening through me, I'm going to make sure that that happens. That's your why. When you are focused only on your why, you'll find a way to get it done. Trust me, we find a way to get it done. So this is about your second wind, how to help you navigate the territory and the landmines of breaking out of your rut, getting things done. Come December 31, 2021, looking back on this time and saying, I did it. You know, I said that I was going to get 10 clients, and here they are. I said that I was going to lose 30 pounds. Look at me. I said that I was going to get a promotion. Here I go. Whatever the case may be, plan it, okay? You do not receive what you don't plan for. Write it down. You don't receive what you do not write down. There is a connection from your brain to your hand that when you write something down, it sticks. It's a scientific fact. You can research it yourself. And so I want you to arrive at December 31, 2021, looking back on this time and saying, wow, you know, I did something. I did something that I put my mind to. I achieved it, and it's done. Okay, I put a period at the end of the sentence. I want to start with some things. So today, specifically today, I want to talk about creativity and imagination. Really, in order to get out of a rut, you just have to think about it in a different way. You really have to approach it a different way. You really have to, you know, if you always make a left, when you get to the end of your street, make a right. You know, I'll get into that a little bit more, but getting out of a rut, not procrastinating, doing things that you see other people doing, achieving some level of success that you can feel proud of, and not feeling guilty means that you have to think about your situation in a different way, meaning you have to be creative. You have to use your imagination. You have to go back and think as if you were a little girl, as if you were a child playing with your Barbie dolls. Remember that? Or the Easy Bake Oven. Oh boy, I completely dated myself, but that's okay. For those who never had an Easy Bake Oven, so sorry. Best thing ever made on the planet. So, you know, you have to get back to that time where you were making up stuff, you know. I know people who were making up brothers and sisters that they didn't have, imaginary friends, right? Angels and fairies. It's okay to be an adult and have your imagination in full bloom. That's the entrepreneurs, the mentors, the celebrities, whomever speakers that you look up to, they have a very vivid imagination. They can go into the future, you know, create their future, see everything in color, vivid detail, hear the sounds and smell everything that's there, walk on the marble tile. They can see and feel every detail. They can go there and pull it back into their present. That's what I want for you this week, okay? Set your second win tonight is about creativity and imagination. Now, what gets in the way? Here's what we're going to do tonight. 8 things that impede your imagination and your creativity, and 13 steps to spark it, okay, to get out of the rut. Before you really take on any goal with any level of success, you really need to think about how you're going to achieve it from a creative standpoint. Obviously, what you have been doing hasn't gotten you to the level of success that you want. So you really have to think about it a different way. Remember, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. It doesn't happen. All right, so let me get to what blocks you. Writing a book, writing a course, losing weight, getting anything, coming up with new ideas for your business, anything. These are some things that can may get in your way. And here's what I want to say also. This is very cool. Don't be like a full lion. A lion who's just had his meal, goes to sleep, passes out, and honestly, the lion is paralyzed. That's typically when folks, I don't condone this, so don't comment, and YouTube and Facebook, don't judge my video for what I'm about to say. But when a lion eats, right after a kill, a lion eats, he passes out, he sleeps, he's content, he's full. And that's typically when people kill lions, because they literally cannot move. They are paralyzed. So don't be like a full lion. I want you to take notes. I want you to digest this information, and I want you to really take action on it. Okay, I'm going to give you an exercise tonight. So creating and evaluating over and over and over. Okay, analysis paralysis will kill your creativity. Right? We've heard it time and time again. Analysis paralysis will kill your creativity. You can't drive a car in first gear and expect to go in reverse. You've got to do one or the other. So either create or evaluate. Don't try to do them all at the same time, and give yourself a stopping point. Okay? If you're analyzing, say, I'm going to give myself 3 days to get all the research that I can, and I'm going to make a decision. I'm going to talk to 3 people, and then I'm going to make a decision. You know, give yourself a goal with regards to your evaluation and your analysis, all right? The expert syndrome, we've seen how many gurus are there out there? 1,001, 1,000,001. Everybody has a strategy for how you should do what you need to do. And at the end of the day, really only you know what you need to do, because it feels, you use your intuition and it feels good to you, feels right to you. So sometimes it's okay to listen to the experts. Sometimes it's better, your intuition is the best expert. Your intuition is the best guru. Now, these are some things that can get in the way of your creativity. I think it's important to know these. Fear of failure, we've heard this 1,000 times, right? However, what I want you to know is that necessity is the mother of invention. I can imagine that somebody was baking a chocolate cake or somebody was, let's use this one. Somebody was making cookies and the cookie wasn't all the way done. Somebody ate the cookie and it had cookie dough in it, and they were eating it and they thought, hey, it doesn't taste so bad. Maybe we can make our cookies like that with part cookie dough. And now all of a sudden everything is cookie dough, right? Cookie dough ice cream, cookie dough cookies, and you got partial cookie dough chunks into everything. I can't imagine that someone physically had the idea, let me put part cookie. I think it was a mistake. Same thing with peanut butter and chocolate. I think it was a mistake. A lot of things that we use and take for granted were accidents, mistakes, quote unquote failure. So allow yourself some time, allow yourself the beauty of making a mistake. There is no such thing as, doing it perfect every time. Make a mistake, get ugly, fall, do whatever you need. Man, when I was running, when I first started to learn how to run, I fell all the time. All the time. I was known as the lady who would fall, but you know what? I ran that marathon. The fear of ambiguity. You're not going to have all of the answers. You're not going to have everything written down in stone. It will not be perfect, queen. It will not be perfect, sis. You need to allow yourself the freedom of, just exploring a blank canvas and just exploring nothingness and, going to a field and just laying there and expecting nothing to happen. Expect nothing. Okay, so do not fear ambiguity. Sometimes it's where your best creativity lies. Lack of confidence. Look, I've said it before, I'll say it right now. Getting in front of the camera and coming on to Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, wherever the case may be, is something, because there are millions of people, billions of people on those platforms monthly. You have got to know within yourself that you have a level of expertise that nobody else has, and that there is somebody waiting for you. Whatever you have to say, there's somebody waiting for you in the delivery that you're going to provide it, and nobody else can do it the way that you do. That's where your confidence comes from. Trust me. It doesn't come from, having the right lighting, having the right hair, having the right clothes, having the right notes. None of that works. It's internal. Okay, so you have everything that you need. You don't need anything else. Discouragement from other people. Oh, you don't need to do this. Your family. You don't need to do that. Why are you doing this? You're just fine the way you are. Okay, leave the choir in the church. All right, you get up and do what you need to do. And being overwhelmed by too much information. Again, give yourself a cutoff point. Sometimes you just have to say, this is enough. I'm going for broke. I'm going with what I know, and stop the information overload. These are things that stop your creativity. You need to know these so you don't do it. And false limits. False limits are, you always do something the same way over and over and over again. And you don't give yourself, again, the flexibility to try something new. If I go to a fashion designer and I say, hey, solve this problem for me, they're going to solve it from a fashion designer's perspective. If I go to a mechanic and I say, solve a problem for me, they're going to solve it from a mechanic's perspective, meaning what information they have available to them. Sometimes allow yourself to get out of that box, whatever box you're in, get out of the rut, okay? Do something different. All right, so ways to spark your creativity. Let's get on to the fun part. Ways to spark your imagination and creativity. Okay, focus on, and this pertains to everything. You want to start a course, you want to write a book, you want to travel somewhere. Honestly, I am bringing you techniques that, now I'm doing something that people say you should do. You should be very specific and you should niche. Okay, I think this is this is about life. This is about you are your business is you. This is about life. Okay, and so I'm giving you tips, strategies today that you can use across the board. So focus on one concept at a time. So if you want to create a course, don't think about, I got to create 4 weeks and 4 videos and 4 workbooks and all. Think about one day, and then think about one workbook. Don't think about the whole kit and caboodle, because you'll get overwhelmed. And that steals, remember, your creativity. Overwhelm steals your creativity. So just break it down. There is no time clock. Time is a joke, right? So you create it the way that you need to create it. Break it down. Take a workbook at a time. Take a day at a time. I want to write a whole book. Okay, 240 something pages. You can't even take a chapter at a time. Just take a page at a time. Take a paragraph at a time. Okay, however you need to do it. I want to make $1 million. Okay, you need to break that down into chunks. You need to decide based off of your product what the price point is, how many you need to sell, how you're going to sell them, your fulfillment, right, channel, and just break it down. Don't think, I don't have $1 million. You'll drive yourself crazy. Break it down into bite-sized pieces that you can digest and take action on. Okay, so envision multiple scenarios and outcomes. I love this one. So let's see. So again, you want to make well, let's keep it there, right? You want to make $1 million, and you're like, but I don't have anything to sell where I can make $1 million. Well, brainstorm. Of course you do. You haven't just allowed yourself to think outside of the box. So write down every which way that you could get to $1 million, and don't edit yourself, just write. And that's actually one of my tips. So just envision every way. Don't, let's see, I'll use myself as an example. So I build websites, I do marketing, everything in between. So maybe for me, building $1 million, if I'm going to use this tip, envision multiple outcomes and multiple scenarios. You know, maybe I sell products, maybe I sell clothes, maybe I sell candles, maybe I sell t-shirts, maybe I go to trade shows, maybe I partner with someone, maybe I do a retreat, or maybe I buy a brick and mortar business. Maybe, you know, I sell one program for $10,000, and I create a program for $10,000 and I sell that. Think outside of the box. There are any number of ways. Maybe I have an ambassador program or some type of affiliate program. There are any number of ways. Keep going with your list. Think of multiple scenarios. Somebody can gift me $1 million. You know, I could be in someone's trust fund. You know, it can happen also. It can be a miracle. It can happen like this. All right. So don't let time get in the way. Don't let what you are accustomed to get in the way. Next one is, now these are 13 ways that you can spark your creativity and imagination. I'm going to go through these quickly. When you start a project, begin doing what you want to. Okay, let me explain this. Begin by doing what you want to create. So if you want to write a book, read a book. If you want to create a course, buy a course. Engage in someone else's course. If you want to be a speaker, go listen to someone speak. Watch speaking on YouTube. If you want to be a fashion designer, go to fashion shows. Follow fashion designers. That's what I mean by that. Begin, if you want to create, whatever you want to create, begin digesting it. Begin getting it into your environment. I mean, taking action on it. So the next one is use exercise to help with endorphins and help get these creative juices flowing. So I love this one. Pick up some dumbbells. I like to keep dumbbells when I'm working, when I get stressed out. For me, something about just moving the dumbbells really turns my creative brain cells on. I love to run. I love to walk. I love to work out. I love to dance. So if I get super stressed out and I can't really think about how to solve a problem, I definitely will turn on some music and dance it out. So it's the action of moving your body, getting your body involved. Okay, Tony Robbins is notorious about this. You've got to activate your body in order to spark that creativity and in order to spark that imagination. All right, so this one totally works. The next one totally, all of them work. This one is fun. So these are 13 steps to spark your creativity and your imagination. Go to sleep with the idea on your mind, on your brain. All right, so before you lay down, you're meditating, you need to write a course. You're like, let me think about my course, then who's going to attend my course, who's going to buy it, who's going to, you know, what the people will say, whatever that thing is that you need to create, go to sleep with it on your mind. If you want to buy a beauty salon, go to sleep with the beauty salon on your mind. If you want to travel to Rome, go to sleep with Rome on your mind. Yay! Ciao! If you want to watch Italian movies, if you want to, you know, sip an umbrella drink on a beach somewhere, have it on your mind when you go to sleep. These things will help spark your creativity. Explore the unknown. All right, here's how I will describe this for you. Again, you've got to do things completely opposite from the way that you're used to. Now, you've seen this before. People get into the elevator and maybe they turn around, or they talk to people in the elevator, or, you know, you go to the store and someone is like, and it's really quiet and you start talking to people. Do something. Here's what I'll say. Impress yourself. Impress yourself. Do something different for yourself. Again, if you always leave your driveway and you make a left, make a right. Okay, if you always go to the Ralph's at the end of the street, drive to the Ralph's on the other street. Go to the other side of town. These little acts will help you. One, you might see something that inspires you. And just the act of doing something different gets the brain out of a rut. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute. Roger, something's different here. And you start to think about things in a different way. So, and again, on top of that, you might see something that inspires you. All right, so explore the unknown, go different places, do different things, go to the beach, skinny dip, you know, I don't know, whatever it is for you. The point here is to do something different. So the next you've heard about, but I'll mention them here. Write in the morning when you first get up is the best time to download. You know, the brain is rested and you've received all of these great vivid imaginations. Remember, you went to sleep with this idea on your mind. Get up and just journal. Don't edit. Don't say, whoa, what am I going to write? No, just write, my dear, just write. You will be amazed. Close your journal, whatever you're writing on. Don't even look at it. Just write it. Close it. I guarantee you when you come back to it later in the day, later in the week, you will be amazed. All right. And then keep an idea book. These are kind of the same things. I have so many. Okay. Ideas come at you and you'll begin to realize like how many ideas you have. Just write them down. You'll never know when you need something, or it may spark your creativity in another project. Just the point is to write your ideas down. The next one is super fun. Use a mind map. What is it you want to work on? A fashion show. Write fashion show in the center on a piece of paper, and just all of the things that you need, you want, desire. Do not edit. The crucial step in all of this is not to edit yourself. Just, again, creativity, imagination, allow yourself to really let go and explore. List of 100. You have an idea, you're stuck. You have a chapter, you're stuck. You have a situation, a problem, and you're stuck. Just write 100 things down as to how you want to solve it. I do this with book titles or course titles or whatever. I just start with one title and just keep going, and I continue to change and switch that title around. Maybe you make it to 100, maybe not. The point here, again, is to write. Then the last 3, change your environment. If your couch is always in front of the living room window, change it. If you always cook and you put your spatula to the left, put it on the right. They seem like small things, but they make a big difference. Trust me. If you in your car, let's see. If in your car you always put your coffee thing in the container, in the holder, don't take it. Don't take it. You know, just say, you know what, today I'm not going to take it. These small steps help your brain think outside of the box. And it then will inform other ideas and other situations where you need to come up with a creative idea. Small things make a huge difference. The next one is one of my favorite, find a muse. Find someone. Instagram is my favorite for this. I go to Instagram and I just look at people who inspire me. and what they wear, how they talk, how they carry themselves, how they speak, how they talk to their audience. I have several muses on Instagram. I also do enjoy YouTube for that as well. So find someone who inspires you and let them inform your creativity. Let them inform your imagination. Of course, do not copy, but use them as a muse. You know, use them as someone that you can be inspired by. And then the last one is be childlike. Be childlike, okay? Have fun with it. Don't beat yourself up. I don't know, color, paint, whatever you enjoyed doing as a kid, where you had a lot of fun doing as a kid, you still like those things, do that. Finger painting for me, painting nails, anything with my hands. I enjoyed always being physical. I fell a lot when I was a kid too, but I enjoy exploration. That's what this is about. Explore. This is where your creativity comes from, your imagination comes from, the success in anything that you venture to do comes from your imagination and your creativity. And when you are passionate about it, when it comes from you and you know that it was a genuine idea that you came up with, that passion is going to seep through. Everybody will feel it. Everybody will know it. And they'll say, oh, I want more. I want that. I want that from her. So I hope you enjoyed that tonight. Again, creativity, imagination, what to do when the thrill is gone. That is the title, What to Do When the Thrill is Gone, okay? This is your second wind week, and we will be talking about all things how to get breakthrough, how to push through, how to break through barriers, how to really get to the next level, and giving you the strategies and tips to help you get there, okay? I'll be back tomorrow night, again, Monday through Friday. And we are going to go through this week your second wind. If there are any topics, tips, or strategies with regards to digital marketing and branding that you love to hear, let me know, and I'll make sure to touch on those during our time together. I will be here through next week, week number 4, and I'm excited about this. I hope you enjoy it. Again, we're streaming in the private exclusive Facebook group, Power for Women Entrepreneurs, and on my YouTube page, Billionaireology on YouTube. All right, Theresa Campbell here. I will see you tomorrow night. Have a good evening. Ciao.